Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and of course we are jumping into game number 2 with the one and only Liquid.Sheth, and he is playing, of course, Roots TT1. What do you reckon? What do you reckon, Chris?
I don't have a reckon. I've never seen TT1 play. I feel embarrassed for saying that, but that's all I can really say about it. They seem to be friends at least.
Yeah, I mean, TT1's one of these players that he claims Protoss is unbalanced every week, but he does do some very, very good work. He did do very well in the Canadian WCS, I believe. And yeah, he's a very, very solid player, so we should see a very, very good Zerg versus Protoss here on Tal'Darim Altar.
Sounds about right. Well, Chef's in the game, and if TT1 is en route, I'll expect him to provide us. So, yeah, I would agree. I expect to see an incredibly good game.
Yeah, definitely. Just out of kind of, while we're waiting for the game to kind of develop, interesting change to the map pool this season. Basically, the destructible rocks at the third base are now gone.
Wow. That's something I never expected.
So that means, as a Zerg player, I'll now be playing Tal'Darim Altar again. Because that was literally the only thing that stopped me playing Tal'Darim Altar, was because versus Protoss, you couldn't establish that early third, which is needed nowadays. By the
meta.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you need that early third. So yeah, basically, all Zergs rejoice. You now have another map to add to your list of ones that you will actually play. So
and this is quite an open map, so I can see it being really good for Zerg, other than the that early game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's as you said, it's a very big map. It has very clear attack paths as well, which basically you can monitor using these Zelnaga towers. So that's kind of good for Zerg. It allows Protoss to wall off fairly easily. It also it lets them take their like a very, very quick third as well. So, you know, Tal'Darim without these rocks is actually very, very fair, I believe.
Well, we'll find out shortly with the map update. We'll be able to see how the win rates do go, and both players playing fairly standard. We can see the Forge Fast expand coming out of Route 1, and Chef already has his first expansion down and has done I forgot what a circ building is. A extractor trick in order to get up to that 19 supply.
Yeah, but if you look what Chef's done now, he has actually made 6 lings, which is fairly uncommon on every map but this, but he's going in the wrong direction. He's going straight across map because maybe he assumes that... No,
he was scouting for proxies.
No, his Overlord spotted the map where it was. So that was very good timing, because those lings were exactly in the middle of the map. And basically, if TT1 doesn't shut off, this could be a very, very short game indeed.
Oh, he's going to go for it. And, just in time. TT1 throws down that gateway, and that will keep him alive. There's the cannon. And that's going to be tight. The lings do get in, but the cannon will be able to do enough damage to make it fairly easy for TT1 to hold this off, even with just probes, and Chef doesn't look very willing to even go in there. There we go, and that's why the amount of probes that TT1 has will easily hold this off with the defense. So Chef just trying to deny as much mining time as possible right now.
Exactly, and don't forget the 2 building cancels that the Chef caused as well, which was about 80 minerals worth of damage. He is stopping the mining, he is stretching the multitasking of TT1. I mean, TT1 hasn't even put the probes in gas. Those extractors have been up for a very long time, only now just putting them in. So this little kind of ling juke by Chef has actually bought him quite a lot of time and done, you know, a little bit of damage, just killing a probe there as well. So some really good play by Chef, and while all this is going on, he has expanded to the top right. As I said, like, because of the rocks here, you can't really expand, and you need that early third. So, you know, he's been forced to expand up here, but right now, it might not even matter.
Indeed, and TT1 still trying to kill off these Zerglings. Great control here by Chef, keeping these Zerglings alive for ages right now. These same 3 Zerglings, one of them getting so close, and it does go down, and the other 2 finally cleared up, but that's really impressive, keeping them alive for so long. And how this game is going to go from here really depends on whether this base of Chef is seen.
Yeah, I'd have to assume TT1 knows it's there. I mean, he's sending some zealots out now, so, you know, Chef should be making, about 12 lings. That's just about right, because he has to defend this faraway expansion. So if he makes a spine crawler, it can't defend, obviously, it can't move, so You know, the 12 Lings is about the right choice for Chef there, so some, you know, some really intuitive play. But what he did do was he blocked basically 100 minerals worth of cancellations from TT1, and it made him multitask and forget about his gas, so his gas is behind, his tech's a little bit behind as well. Catching a Zealot out in the middle of the map as well, that's really good for Chef. And denying all scouting. I mean, TT1 should kind of guess that there's something up there, but he hasn't seen it yet, so... Yeah, a little
can't
bit
be
weird.
sure.
Exactly. TT1 adding on 5 gates. I'd have preferred to see a Stargate opening on this map, simply because, you know, a Void Ray can sit up on this cliff fairly easily. It's very, very hard to defend from an air attack on this faraway expansion. But it looks like TT1 is just going to go for a large gateway pressure, possibly into a third base, maybe even into an all-in. We'll soon see.
I literally agree with everything you just said. Especially the Stargate thing, I really like it on this map for the reasons you said, and the same reason this is a good map for Zerg other than the rocks. It's such an open map. If you can get air superiority, you have so much control. Yeah,
it looks like, sorry to like kind of completely avoid
that's fine.
The situation, but it looks like TT1 was going for some sort of either gateway pressure or gateway all-in because of the 2 pylon placements, but Chef has spotted one of them. He's trying to take this one down now at the top, but the Zealots are already warping in, and there's no Lings here, and even if there was, they can't take that many Zealots or +1. This base looks like it might just go down. Chef forced to pull all these drones, Lings running in, but it's going to be kind of futile right now. Oh,
Indeed.
I spoke too soon. Look how many Lings there is.
Oh my god. So many Lings right now. These Zealots are just being annihilated. Doing so much damage. Those Zealots incredibly good against Lings, but the numbers are just in Chef's favour. Gets us around on the final Zealot, and it does go down.
Until, of course, this next wave of Zealots and Sentries come in. It's going to get very tough, but Chef is currently making roaches. He has just about enough, I think, at this far base, and Lings do have speed now as well. So he might just be able to hold this off, but one more big warp in, and I think TT1 might have too much, but it looks like Chef might hold depending on the force fields right now.
Good force fields there, blocking the roaches from escaping. The roaches are now trapped, but the Lings are coming in from the back. They kill off the sentries. It is now down to just the Zealots to kill off the roaches, but more are coming in from the ramp. And there we go, so many more Zealots coming in, but roaches are just coming in from all sides. Fairly decent surround on the roaches, but they did manage to escape, and these Zealots are being pushed back. More roaches just popping out from the woodwork here, and Route 1 has been forced back, and because of that, these pylons will all eventually be killed off, and that is a lot of minerals wasted.
Yeah, exactly, and manages to get these Lings in to surround the Zealots as well, picking off so much stuff right now, and all TT1 has at home is gateways, and a Twilight Council researching Blink right now. But Chef's going for that +1 Roach. He's getting the Roach speed. He's getting Infestation Pit, so the Infestors will be able to counter the Blink Stalkers. Chef in absolute complete control of this game right now.
That is indeed the case, and Chef is moving in for the attack. Lings from one side, Roaches from the main ramp, Lings from the third, and it looks like, no, he's not going to poke in. I spoke too soon, just having a little look, but he can see that there's so many Stalkers there thanks to this great Overlord positioning. He knows exactly what his opponent is doing and how much stuff he has, and knows that there's really no point in attempting to bust that yet, where he has enough units to take down the rocks at his third and expand again, which will put him so far ahead of his opponent that it'll be really difficult to come back.
Yeah, exactly. TT1 basically has one option right now, and that's to all-in. He can't really expand because his Zealot aggression just cost him so much minerals and, you know, did very, very little in economic damage. If he took out that third base of Chef, he could probably expand, to be honest. But right now, I think he has one option, and that is to blink Stalker all in and hope your blinks are better than Chef's control. And Chef's army is a little bit out of position, so this blink Stalker aggression might just work, picking off a few roaches there as well.
Yep, and here we go. Stalkers are now in the natural. Will snipe that queen. Roaches pulling back. They don't want to engage yet until the rest of the army does arrive. It is on its way, but it was way up the top of the map trying to deal with those pylons. And this expansion will be sniped. There's not really anything Chef could do about that. That is just a fact. And Route 1 is just going to see how much further he can push here. He does still have the sentries alive, waiting for the reinforcements of these few extra Stalkers, which will be able to blink straight up. And Roach is popping out and immediately taking a bit of damage. Good force fields there will allow him to snipe at least one of the Roaches. The second one does escape, and the army has arrived. It is sitting at the bottom of the ramp, getting ready to move in. And Root1 is just kind of chilling in the natural right now, not choosing to be too aggressive, waiting for that next warp in. And here he goes, moving forward. Looks like he's going to attempt to go into the main. There is a quite large sum of roaches here, and there are a couple roaches once again getting ready to attack, which are currently chilling in the third, moving back to a spine crawler. But TT1 is kind of taking control of the map here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, killing that natural is massive. Chef is just waiting for these last couple of infestors to get in. His burrow just finished as well. He's got more roaches. He needs to wait. He needs to wait. It's going to be a sandwich.
He's going for it. He's A-moving with the drones. This is all he has. Roaches are attacking. Roaches at the back are being forced out of the way, but some of them are still in range. It's all a question of whether this positioning is good enough for Chef. The infestors doing a great job of getting their fungals down. But will it be enough? The stalkers are still standing, but they are now retreating away. There's just too many roaches, and TT1 has decided that he doesn't want to go for it. But more stalkers are coming in for reinforcements. Great fungal there from Chef, getting those stalkers completely out of position. And TT1 is now in full retreat and is behind by a good 30 supply.
Yeah, those infestors made 100% of the difference there. If you fight roaches against upgraded blink stalkers, it's going to be bad times, but it looks like TT1 has blinked up the cliff. He's gone into the main. Chef has no idea. His army is completely out of position. Picking off a queen if he picks off. No, he gets the burrow. Very, very good there from Chef.
Absolutely getting that burrow, and he will get this macro hatch as well. Link's coming in. Here come the roaches. There is no escape route anymore. TT1 is now committed. He's trying to get to the lower ramp. He blinks but doesn't make it. This army is all going to die. The roaches are just coming in and everything dies. Oh! Stalker.
He goes home and says, guys, it's looking pretty bad right now.
Guys, you will never believe what just happened to me.
Yeah, and I think they are going to believe it because it's heading their way right now. So many roaches. These infestors are just going to make all the difference because right now TT1 is just building stalkers and immortals, which would usually be very good, but once you get that infestor count out and get enough fungals, it's not good at all. But you know, this expansion was killed as well by TT1. We missed that. You know, this expansion here is very low on drones. Chef only has like one fully mining base and it's starting to mine out, and it looks like TT1's going for an expansion, which is, I think, the wrong move, to be perfectly honest with you.
He should have done it during that attack earlier and defended it with cannons. You can see he has 700 minerals right now, but very little gas. He's going to throw out an expansion. It's immediately going to become under siege. He better get the cancel. There we go. But there's so few units. Great fungal basically hitting the entire army, warping in as much as he can, but he doesn't have enough gas. Oh, as good a force field as you can expect, really, with such a small army as he has. But there's so many roaches here pushing forward. The Immortals unable to get full efficiency with those fungals going down. The Immortals are all going down. One left at the back. Roaches are being slowly whittled away, but there's infestors in the back still with energy.
Ling's coming from the back!
Oh no! There's not much TT1 can do. He's warping in the natural, and GG from TT1.
Wow, what a game. Absolutely crazy.
He could hold it. Lings from the rear.
Yeah, I don't think the Lings, like, were a game changer, but they definitely helped. I think the Infestors was the perfect move. The Infestors made all the difference in every single one of those engagements there. Brilliant play by both there. I hope this, you know, you said you hadn't seen TT1 play before. I hope this kind of formed an opinion for you.
That did. Even though he lost the game, that was really good play. That was some of the best harassment I have seen. I just think he should have been a bit more careful when he went into the main. He sort of got his retreat path cut off a bit too easy.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you know your opponent has infestors. It's very hard to blink around stalkers without being caught. And if you do get caught, you know you're going to lose them. That's the problem. TT1 just overcommitting a little bit there, I think. And yeah, but overall, very good game.